Hello, and welcome to another installment of Twin Flame Success Stories, where I show you that somebody figured it out. Somebody's got answers, you guys. Look, I met my twin flame about 7.5 years ago ish, right? I went through the whole thing, the sleepless nights, the desperation, and also desperately searching for answers, right? And you're looking around on the internet. There's all this different advice about what to do. You don't know if any of this stuff is going to work. And I'm just another guy on the internet. Why should you listen to me? That's a fair question. Why should you listen to me? Well, guys, that's what this video series is all about. My twin flame is permanently in my life, and I've coached over 7,000 twin flames. And I got a lot of people on my YouTube channel that are with their twin. They're married, they're living together. And I mean a lot, guys. I cracked the code. And when you hear what I say about twin flames, you're going to realize, yeah, it is the only thing that makes sense. It's the only thing that's logical. Your twin flame is your soul. You got to do soul stuff. What everybody else on the internet is telling you to do is mind stuff. Remember your body, mind, soul, right? This is a journey of the soul, not the mind. Your twin flame and you are the same soul. And what that is, it'll be perfectly clear to you by the time we're done today. Like, what's the difference between what I teach and what everybody else is teaching? And inevitably, at some point, I'll vent my frustrations about, like, why am I the only person doing it this way? It doesn't make sense. I don't think I'm better than anybody else, but I am. I am the only person that's teaching it this way and also getting just insane results, guys. Insane levels of my students are with their twin. Nobody else has that. And again, I don't say that to be like braggy or anything like that, but it is true. Why? Why? Your twin flame is your soul. It's simple. Everybody else is teaching you to do mental stuff, and that's why it isn't working, guys. Well, let's get right into this. There's actually two on this video. So this first one is from Debbie. This other one I'll do first from Preely. And I've been saving these for a while. These were about 2 months ago. These folks commented on my YouTube video here. Preely says, "Hi, Kurt. Thank you for everything. My other half is back after 1 year, and it's all due to following your guidance from the paid coaching." And I'll also give you guys some free resources today, by the way. So sit tight for that. "I no longer feel the weird obsession or wanting to be with him. I am much more at peace." Why is that important? We'll talk about that. "And trying to keep up the great habit of meditation. Thank you once again." So after 1 year of no contact, ghosting, being in the friend zone, she followed my coaching and they're together. They're together, guys. Again, this other one here from Debbie. "To anyone who doubts Kurt's coaching, just by listening to him and going on my own spiritual awakening path," very important, guys. We got to talk about that. "Going on my own path, my twin flame reached out. We are out of no contact and had an amazing day together yesterday." Now, both Debbie and Pre are talking about something very important, which is what would the soul have you do, right? And I got way more testimonials. So I'm not going to get too deeply into the teachings at this point in time, but give me about 5 minutes and we'll come back to that. But I just want to point out that, you guys, the soul is peace. The soul is also not concerned about an outcome with the outside world. It's just inner peace and being. Well, your twin flame is your soul. So what would happen if you let go of the outcome with your twin flame and then just focused on being that sense of inner peace, the soul. Because if your twin flame is your soul and you're doing soul stuff, they should come back, right? And again, the soul is inner peace and it doesn't care about the outcome. And what Debbie is saying is, yeah, I wasn't really doing anything to get him to come back. I was doing my ascension. I was focused on that. That was my goal. That was my purpose. And I wasn't doing that to get him to come back either. I wasn't just like bullshitting the universe, like, oh, yeah, you bet. I'm doing my ascension. Honest, wink, wink. No, that's all she was doing. She could care less if her twin flame comes back. And I'll explain to you how to do that because that might sound hard to some of you watching. But that's why her twin flame came back, you guys, because she's not focused on an outcome with her twin flame. That's very important. Very, very important. So we'll revisit that. And again, the advice you're getting from the rest of the internet is, oh, yeah, you got to do all this stuff to get your twin flame back. Healing, the mirror exercise, clearing your inner childhood wounds, clearing your chakras, clearing your karma, doing the violet flame chant, on and all this stuff to get my twin flame back, and it's not working. And I'm telling you, yeah, the last thing that you should do is try to get your twin flame to come back, and then they do come back. Guys, this is not soulmates. This is not soulmates. This works way different. Way, way different. So that's why my coaching works. Let's get back to these testimonials. This is from a recent YouTube short video where I was talking about, here's 3 signs twin flame union is near, right? At the very top here, and you might notice, I'll go ahead and pin these comments whenever one of my students or a viewer, whenever they leave one, I pin them to the top of the comments so that you can find them. But something that you're going to realize before we're done with today's video is the fact that these are all over the damn place. I've coached so many people. It's insane, guys. And again, I'm not doing this to brag. I think you care about proof. I think you're smart. Why should you listen to me? Yeah, that's a good question. Here you go, guys. So that's kind of what we do. We pin them to the top so you can easily find them, but you could literally just click on almost any video on my YouTube channel and find a testimonial like that. So here's Jeremy. He said, bro, I've been doing your course and working on the stuff. She just reached out to me. Getting ghosted, right? They don't want to talk to you. And this is what I tell people. You don't even have to have a conversation with your twin flame. Serious. Guys, you are your twin flame. You already are them. You're the same soul. You don't think there's something you can do to get them to reach out to you? Yeah, there is. And it's not law of attraction. I mean, technically, the law of attraction does work. But here's the thing with your twin flame. It technically, it is working with your twin flame. But why it works is because you're not trying to attract somebody else to you. You're trying to attract you to you. Straight up. Guys, you're a soul. That's you. Your soul is your twin flame. So if I was to ask you, who are you beyond the mind? You're going to say, I'm a soul, right? But what is that? We'll get into that. But when you focus on your spiritual ascension, you will attract you to you. You will attract your twin flame back. And it works like fucking magic. It's awesome, you guys. And that's exactly what's happening for Jeremy here. They're not getting ghosted anymore by their twin flame. Here's the next testimonial on a recent YouTube video. At the very top here, from Suzuki. Just wanted to say that this morning I had a big confirmation. As soon as I detached and focused on union consciousness, there's something we got to talk about. If you haven't heard me rap about that, right? What is the word union? It's not a relationship status with your twin flame, guys, actually. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. It's a state of consciousness. But as soon as I detached and focused on union consciousness, he came right back within 48 hours. And not only that, this time his attitude was different and in a good way. I think I did this in last week's video. It just occurred to me. But that's okay. It's important to talk about this word union. And we'll come back to that in a little bit. Here's another one that I know I haven't done yet from Bliss 132. Wow, I'm flabbergasted right now. I've been feeling all the things described in this video. And so this video is called, Is My Twin Flame Thinking of Me, right? I'm just in a state of bliss and awareness that I am in union with everything and everyone around me. That's the word union. It's oneness, unity consciousness, right? So absolutely not focused on the twin flame or doing anything to get the twin flame to come back, right? Just as that happens, just as they feel that sense of oneness, they get a text message just like that. So now they're talking again. No more getting ghosted. Is that all? Yeah. No more getting ghosted. Nothing. Just peace with her twin flame. So that's a key concept that we're going to come back to. So that's a win, guys. The first time you get that first text message from your twin flame after, like a year of no contact, yeah, that's a win. That's a win, guys. Here's another one. Yeah, this is one I haven't done yet. Hi, guys. I'm one of Kurt's students, and yes, please listen to him. My other self, twin flame. That's what I have people call twin flame, other self, right? My other self is back in my life, and it's hard to explain, but just like Kurt says in his videos, I know he's not going anywhere. We are one and the same. Trust and surrender to the universe. So again, no more getting ghosted, no more no contact, no more friend zone. They let go of the outcome with their twin flame, aligned with their soul, and the twin flame wants to be with them suddenly. This happens a lot, guys, a lot. And let me show you what I'm talking about right there. I got this whole playlist, you guys. You are watching video number 99. How about that? I've been doing this for a long time. 6.5 years, my friends, that I've been coaching twin flames. And again, my twin flame, she's permanently in my life, guys. We're good. She is not going anywhere. No running, zero running at all. So here's a smorgasbord of people that I've helped in the past, people that are married to their twin flame, or they're living together, or what have you. It's incredibly difficult to get people to agree to give up their privacy and make a video appearance like this on the YouTube channel. People tend to like their privacy. You guys, I'm sure all of you are sitting there thinking, yeah, I wouldn't do that. Most people wouldn't. But, I've coached so many people that it was just a matter of time before I got some people that did agree to do that. And I've got 8 wonderful people here who agreed to do that. But here's the other thing. All these other videos are a lot like the one that you're watching right now. I do reuse these pictures, these thumbnails, but these are all unique individual videos where I'm going around the channel and I'm showing you comments that people left on the channel. That's usually what people are comfortable doing. And there's a ton. I'll get people leaving a comment going, Kurt, we're married. And I'll reply to them and I'll go, congratulations. Would you like to make an appearance on my YouTube channel? And they don't even answer, right? Because people like their privacy, guys. So that's kind of the idea behind this video series, Well, okay, I get it. You don't want to show your face in front of literally 100,000 plus people. No problem. thank you for the comment. And if you ever have any kind of progress with your twin flame, you guys, I would love it if you left a comment on my YouTube channel. So we're very grateful to these fine people here. Ruxar, she's married to her twin. Baya, she's married to her twin. SJ, she is with her twin flame. And I just checked in with her not that long ago. They're still good, guys. And he loves to be around her. He is simping for her, man. Whoa, she's okay with it, man. It's not bad. Here's Ivy, same thing. Twin flame, won't leave her alone. Chanel, same thing. Twin flame, won't leave her alone. Natasha, she's living with her twin. Gretel, she's married to her twin. This person here, you guys might think this is interesting. This is Carly. Her twin flame again is chasing her. And she's like, "Yeah, I don't think I want him." And that's one of those myths, you guys. Sometimes when I say that to people, like, you don't have to be with your twin flame. They go, "That's not true. How can you say that? You're not a twin flame." Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, that's why your twin flame's running, dude, because you're doing that. Again, you can't be in this obsessive energy, guys. And I know that sounds hard because some of you watching, you're still in that obsessive thinking phase. There's the desperation, the sleepless nights, all that. I was there. I get it. And I'll give you tips. Absolutely. I will explain to you how you can kind of start shutting that down, how you can maybe start to end all that. Because you can get rid of that stuff. But here's the thing, guys. You don't have to be with your twin. That can happen. But wouldn't it be nice to have a choice instead of just having your twin flame reject you all the time? So, in other words, instead of just having them reject you all the time, they want to be with you and you get to decide if you're going to do that or not. That sounds like a nice problem to have. So that's kind of the rundown on my playlist. And, I don't expect you to sit here and watch all these videos. The only reason I put this playlist here is to show you there's a shit ton of people that I've helped. You could just go randomly pick any one of these videos and they're going to be just like the one you're watching. It's going to be bam, 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 bam. There's two on this one. They're just everywhere, you guys. So I got the juice, my friends. I got the proof. You guys, you're very intelligent. You're very discerning. You want to know, why should I listen to you? Here you go, guys. It does work. And again, when you hear what I say about twin flames, it's the only thing that makes sense. It is logical. So speaking of which, okay, Kurt, what should I do? Where can I go get information? Here you go, guys. I've made a YouTube video about every twin flame question that you can think of. There's 144 videos in this playlist. I would start with this one right here at the very top. I said, well, we're going to talk about this. There's a reason it's the first video on this playlist. If you haven't watched this video, get started, my friends. This is, it doesn't want to do the freeze frame. That's okay. You can see it. Twin flames, separation consciousness, separation. Unity consciousness, otherwise known as union, and detaching. And I just did a video about detaching actually a couple of days ago, and I added it to this playlist, like what that word really is. And to understand detaching, you need to understand the words. Wow, it already got 2,000 views. That's cool. I just posted it yesterday. I'm recording this video on Tuesday. This video posted yesterday, Monday. But when you understand the words union and detaching, union and separation, that's when detaching makes sense to you. Those are not relationship statuses with your twin flame. They're not. Those are states of consciousness, my friends. And they come from the Zen traditions. Twin flames borrowed those words, and I can only assume Back in the 1950s, 1960s, when people were first starting to figure this out, and you would get like writings, books, there was no internet, right? Or word of mouth, but it was being taught properly. Somebody figured out, wait, this person and I are the same soul. Okay. I need to transcend the separation of ego mind and enter a state of union or oneness. Remember one of the testimonials that we looked at today? That's what the person was talking about. Like, yeah, I felt one with everything. And you've heard that, haven't you? Like from spiritual teachers, they'll talk about that, being at one with everything, right? That's union. There's no separateness. There's no separation. So you are body, mind, soul, right? Okay. So the body, we're pretty clear what that is. The mind, thoughts, emotions, metaphysical energy, and it works on a system of duality. And because it's duality, it believes everything to be separate from itself. Okay. So, in other words, um, duality like yin and yang, light and dark, up and down, hot and cold, past, future, plus, minus, bigger, smaller. Also, like concept, like I like it, I don't like it, it's correct, it's incorrect, it's good, it's bad. Or emotion, I feel good, I feel bad. That's the mind. It's duality, right? And because it's duality, it sees I am me. I am a person. I'm an individual, and everything else out there is separate from me. There's me and the world. Duality, me, that. And we are separate. And with your twin flame, it sees your physical twin flame and it says the same thing. And here's the kicker: you believe you are the mind. So these are the classical teachings of genuine, non duality, transcendental spiritualism, not the hoity toity, pop culture, woo woo, new agey stuff on the internet, you guys. That's not spiritualism. Nice people and all, no problem, nicest people, but confused. And guys, I mean, let's just be real for a second. It's the internet. That's the way it is. Think about it. Any topic that you want to talk about, politics, finance, um, diet, health, right? There's something people like to argue about. Anything, any topic at all, anything, you're going to get a ton of opinions and probably not very good information. But every once in a while, you run into that one like investor who really knows what they're doing, and you can learn a lot from them. And you're getting truth, you're getting information from them that's so radically different than what everybody else is giving you. Well, that explains why this particular investor you're listening to is getting radically different results. He's rich and he's giving you radically different advice. Sound familiar? And again, I don't get up here and say any of this stuff to be mean or arrogant, you guys. I don't think I'm better than anybody else, but I know what I'm saying is different than what everybody else is saying about twin flames. I'm going to teach you something that's radically different. That's why I'm getting radically different results than everybody. Everybody else is telling you to do all this mental stuff, healing, the mirror exercise, fixing your inner childhood wounds, which those things on their own, they're not really bad to do. They're actually like psychology, working with a therapist or something like that can be really good, right? Looking at the things in your personality that you don't like and rethinking them and changing the way you think about things, changing the way you feel about things, doing some kind of healing can be awesome. It just doesn't work here, you guys. It works really good with a soulmate, however, which is most of what you're getting from the internet, right? You're getting soulmate advice. They just put the label twin flame on it because the internet, I don't know if you noticed, but the internet's going to tell you that twin flames and soulmates are basically the same thing. And it's gotten so bad, you guys, with the pop culture messaging that you can't even tell the difference between what almost everybody today is calling a twin flame and what everybody already was calling a soulmate way before the internet, even, right? There's like no difference between those two things. And again, I'm not trying to put anybody down or anything like that. It's the internet, guys. Everything's like that. Again, investing, finance, politics, diet, you name it. It's always like that. There's always going to be that pop culture overload that completely obfuscates the true teachings that do work. So that's the mental component. That's the whole problem of separateness, separation, looking at this like it's soulmates, healing, fixing your personality. You need to go beyond that. Union is beyond that. It's the soul, you guys. The soul is consciousness, it's not the mind. Again, these are the classical teachings of genuine spiritualism. There's a book I have all of my students read. You probably already heard me mention it on this channel. It's called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. The name of the first chapter is called You Are Not Your Mind. What is he talking about? Again, because you might be sitting there going, well, Kurt, tell me about the soul. I am doing that. For you to get what the soul is, you first have to understand what the mind is and the fact that we believe ourselves to be a mind. So again, if I walk up to you on the street and I say, hi, nice to meet you. Who are you? Tell me about yourself. You're going to give me a narrative, a story, a history, a breakdown. It's all going to be like conceptual memories, emotions, experiences you've had, knowledge that you have, skills you have, people that you know, friends and families, places you've been, right? And that's what we believe constitutes the self. Like, who am I other than my physical body? Excuse me, other than my physical body, who am I? That's called the ego mind, the personality, right? It's this mask of identity that we wear. But who are you beyond that? Who are you beyond that? Consciousness, the soul. Let's try a thought experiment so that you can see what I'm talking about here. Remember, you and your twin flame are the same soul. And if you do soul stuff, guess who comes back? All right, so let's do this. And I'm calling it a thought experiment. I mean, that's technically what a scientist would call that, but we're going to go beyond thought, is what we're really going to do. Okay, so first, let me set a little bit of groundwork, and then we'll do the experiment. You can do this right now in your chair watching this video. So here we go. Okay, so here's the groundwork. First, think of a newborn baby. Now, consider the fact that even any psychologist, they're going to tell you that your personality, again, the collection of retained thought and emotional experiences that you believe to be the self, me, like who am I, if I'm not my body, and I ask you, nice to meet you, who are you, tell me about yourself, all that stuff, right? Okay. That personality ego amalgamates, congeals, finalizes around the age of 7 or 8. Any psychologist will tell you that, right? Okay, well, back to the newborn baby. What's going on with the newborn baby inside? Inside its body, what is its sense of self inside its body? Because it's got no retained memories or thoughts or emotional experiences at all. No sense of identity. So, who is the I inside the newborn baby? Just nothing? It's consciousness. Okay, let's do the experiment. You have thoughts and emotions going on, right? Have you ever said to yourself, why am I thinking about this? Why am I feeling this way right now, right? You ever said that? Everybody's done that. Who's asking? Who's asking? How is it that there is the thinking and the emotions, but also awareness of those? What is awareness? What is consciousness? There's an ability for you to look at and to notice thoughts and emotions. So what is the you that looks at them, sees them? Does and I'm not saying the you that thinks about your thoughts and emotions, because that's just more thinking. How is it that there can be awareness at all? It's the soul, consciousness. You are consciousness. That's the soul. That's why meditation is so huge in genuine spiritualism. So back to Eckhart Tolle. Again, his book, The Power of Now, the first chapter is called You Are Not Your Mind. You are this being, and you're not being anything in particular. You are just being and existing, right? People have become so desensitized to simply existing that they don't even notice it anymore. That's who you are beyond the mental character, the mask of self. There's even a documentary film. Here, let me pull it up. I'll show it to you. You guys, you could start watching this tonight. You're going to love it, man. If you met your twin flame, this is going to be for you. If you met your twin flame, this is going to be for you, my friends. It'll make a lot of sense to you. If you haven't met your twin flame, it won't make sense to you. Maybe it might, but yeah, you got to be on a legit spiritual awakening path, guys. And if you met your twin flame, you are. That's why you had the dark night of the soul. It sounds it's very it does start out very painful, yes. But I'm here to let you know that it's the best thing that's ever happened to you. So here's the movie. It's about an hour long. It's absolutely free. Samadhi. Check it out. There's 4 parts now, but please do make sure that you start with part 1. Don't start with part 2. I don't know why you would. Some people have done that. But you're going to watch part 2 and you're going to go, I don't get it, right? So start with part 1. Hooking you up, guys. You want to get your twin flame back? Watch this film. Read The Power of Now. This is a spiritual journey. There's no twin flame journey, guys. The twin flame journey is really just the true spiritual journey. And if you do that, legit, you're not doing anything to get your twin flame to be with you. You've replaced all the twin flame frenzy with the spiritual journey. That's how you end the running and chasing, you guys. That's how you do that. And again, consciousness, the soul, right? You experience it. You shift into this higher reality and you feel one with the sky and the trees and the clouds and the people and the buildings, and everything is all just one thing. And you are that. There's no separateness. There's no separation. There's only oneness, union. You've experienced this weird knowing that I am everything. That's union. And you can't understand it. You don't think your way there. If you're sitting there thinking, Kurt, tell me how to do that. Yeah, it's not a doing. You don't do it. You be it. And the thing is, when that happens, you realize that is me. So who's the you that would be trying to do it? If you're getting frustrated with me right now, right? For example, notice that. Notice the mind wants to do the being. Huh? And as soon as you notice that the mind is doing that, then you are being. That's why the first chapter of The Power of Now is called You Are Not Your Mind. The moment you realize that there is a mind there and you are this observer of the mind, you're doing it. You're doing it. Not chasing your twin flame is a very important part of this, too, by the way. But that's union, guys. That's what that word is. And it's been in use way longer than this twin flame thing has really been around. Everybody, everybody in the general spiritual community is using that word union, separation, also Ram Dass. Even people that have never heard of twin flames before, ever, are going to talk about Ram Dass and how he taught that there is no separation, or Paramahansa Yogananda, or the Buddha, or Charlotte Jocko Beck, or Eckhart Tolle, Rupert Spira. Here, let me show you this. He's another pretty well-known teacher of genuine spiritualism. Here, hold on a second. Rupert Spira. Let me find him here. Is this thing gonna cooperate? Come on. Not really. That's okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. Is this okay? It's not working. There we go. Okay. You scroll down a little bit on my homepage, you'll find all these playlists, by the way, success stories, the true twin flame teachings, twin flame science. Your twin flame is one of your past lives. Most likely answer. And that's why they run, by the way. It's because they're one of your past lives. Just watch this video called What Are Twin Flames? I explain the science and technology behind it. This is a real thing, guys. Twin flames. It is real. It's just reincarnation. And there's a rational answer for it. Anyway, Rupert Spira here, this is what I wanted to show you. He actually is going to tell you that the ego mind, the personality, he's going to call it the separate self. So I'm just going to type in the word separate, hit enter. Being is what we are. The separate self is what we do. Does that sound familiar or what? How about that? Because this whole time during this video you're watching, I've been talking about how you can't do the being. You just are that. That's union. But the doer, the thinker who wants to accomplish being, but cannot, nonetheless, that entity he calls the separate self because it believes itself to be separate from everything. And he doesn't know anything about twin flames, you guys. Or if he does, he's only seen the pop culture version of twin flames, the fad. It's not even real twin flames. You know, like the new age woo-woo version of twin flames that the whole internet is pushing in your face, which again, they make it look like super soulmates. And it's not. That's not what you're experiencing at all. That's why that stuff isn't working for you. So even if he has heard of twin flames, it's going to be that. It's going to be the fad, FAD, fad pop culture version, which isn't really even twin flames. So he doesn't know anything about it. He has got no idea that we're using the word separation and union. Neither does Eckhart Tolle. Ram Dass definitely didn't. Yogananda definitely didn't. And again, they're using these words, separation and union. Why? Because they're not relationship status with your twin flame, guys. They're states of consciousness. Somebody figured it out. Somebody figured out twin flames back in most likely the 1950s. Somebody figured it out. Now, what happened was the internet came along, got a hold of the teachings, and mixed it all up. That's what the internet does. We already talked about that. It does that with everything. And now nobody remembers what the original true twin flame teachings were, but I do. I can tell what they were. Whoever figured it out back in the 1950s, their fingerprints are all over the twin flame community on the internet, but nobody knows that they're doing that. The true twin flame teachings are right under your nose, guys. You've been using those words this whole time. You're just using them the wrong way. And it's the same reason everybody else is using them the wrong way. It's monkey see, monkey do. You meet your twin flame, you find this information on the internet, in these Facebook communities, YouTube channels. Everybody's using those words as a relationship status with your twin flame. And so you start doing it, not even questioning it, but I did. And it didn't take me very long to figure it out. These are states of consciousness, these words. And when you use that knowledge and apply it correctly, your twin flame does come back. So watch that video again, right here, The Ultimate Truth. There's also this video right here, which I was called to do, Going Beyond the Human, where I talk about the fact that, yeah, your twin flame is you, dude. There is no separation. You're not separate from your twin flame, guys. You're not. You're already not. You are your twin flame, literally. The question is, what is you? What is that? What is the self? Because it's not thinking and it's not trying to understand me right now, huh? You got to go beyond the thinker. That's spiritualism, genuine spiritualism. That's also, by the way, that's why I put these people on my YouTube channel here, these featured channels. These 4 channels right here, they're not going to let you down. Eckhart, Rupert, this gal here, I don't remember her name, but she's really good. And then Anna Brown. Now, these other channels, Greg Braden, Joe Dispenza, Closer to Truth, Abraham Hicks, those are just there because I like them. I do like to talk about law of attraction. And so some of that stuff gets addressed with these 4. John Butler is good for just raw spiritualism. I like Closer to Truth because they dig into the science of consciousness. So that's kind of my resource for showing you, no, there's even scientific evidence to prove that you are a soul and there can be such a thing as the law of attraction or reincarnation. Absolutely. And he's got top shelf physicists on his channel talking about stuff like that. But essentially, these first 4 people here are going to be talking only about the core of genuine spiritualism, which is all you need to do to get the running and chasing with your twin flame to stop. And again, there's also my playlist. The second or third video that you really should watch is the Twin Flame Myths video, and I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for debunking the myths, guys. You cannot fly if you have a dead elephant on your back. You got to let go of the myths and you got to stop chasing your twin flame. So just kind of cruise through here. I even have a video explaining how to meditate, like why meditation works, like how to really do that. It's not just me meditating and then I guide you through it. No, I explain the mechanics of it. So it's like a teaching on what exactly is that. And then, of course, there's also a bunch of resources on my channel, like guided meditations. I've got guided meditations that are really good on here. These are not mine, but they are very popular. My students really like them. You'll like them too. And then there's also Ishq. Really good music to listen to if you're trying to meditate, Ishq. So check this out, guys. Is it my twin flame? There's a video that you could check out. Here I talk more in depth about the word union in this video and twin flame separation. So check it out, guys. Check it out. It's a free resource. There's also, again, my twin flame science playlist. Yes, this is real. No, you're not crazy. Yes, it can be proven. There is such a thing as twin flames. And I'm not crazy about the title twin flame, to be completely honest with you, because it makes it sound cutesy and romantic and endearing, right? And the truth is, you guys, that when the running and chasing is over with your twin flame and you're just good and they don't leave, they stay, right? Like me and my twin, right? It's peaceful. It's nice. It's nice, but it's not intensely passionate. It's not Jack and Rose from the Titanic. That's what everybody else on the internet is telling you about twin flames. And again, what's the difference between that and what people already were calling a soulmate? There is no difference. And again, I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not here to put anybody down. I think these are usually pretty nice people that are giving you this kind of advice, but it's not working. Why? Because they're confused, guys, and they're confusing you, and they haven't helped anybody to be with their twin flame. They're not with their twin flame. I've done all of those things. So look at the proof, guys. So what I like to call twin flames is SI, simultaneous incarnations. Your twin flame is your other self. The true self is the soul. Your twin flame is your other self. You are simultaneous incarnations of the same soul. And technically, again, what seems to be going on is they are one of your past lives. And that even explains why they run. It's not really a psychological reason at all, guys. It's mechanics. There's a mechanical reason why they run. So check out this video. What are twin flames? Excuse me. This video's cool because I explain like what the soul really is. And for you to get what the soul is kind of abstract. But I also, at the very beginning of the video, I debunk the myth that there is no proof for reincarnation. Oh, there's a lot. There's a ton of it. So when the system, the established order of things that we live in, when it tells you that there's no evidence for twin flames, yeah, that's gaslighting. Just like they told you that there's no UFOs for 70, 80 years. And then in 2021, in the middle of the whole thing that was going on, remember that? The C word? You couldn't leave your house, remember? In the middle of that, the Pentagon here in the United States quietly said, yeah, there's UFOs. We don't know what they are. Bye. Have a good day. And you're like, wait, what do you mean by have a good day? You're saying that there are UFOs? And here's another thing. Why did you lie to us for 80 years? You're crazy if you think there's UFOs for 80 years and then they quietly admit that there are UFOs in the middle of a big distraction. Are they going to do the same thing with reincarnation? I don't know, but I'll tell you what. They told you for years there's no evidence for UFOs. And there was all along. Yeah, there's lots of evidence for reincarnation, guys. Here's another cool playlist that I like a lot. I built this out on my YouTube channel. If you want to get to the bottom of what real spiritualism is, check this out, guys. That's what this playlist is all about. What is spiritualism? What really is that? So getting away from the pop culture version of things. So again, I don't say this to be mean. I'm not judging, guys. People get confused. If you try to learn about investing, you look around for information and it's like 99% stuff that doesn't work, and then you find one person that's successful. And when they tell you what it is, it's radically different from what everybody else is saying. That's why they're getting radically different results. So it's gonna serve you to learn about genuine spiritualism. That's what this playlist is all about. Pretty cool stuff, guys. There's my free masterclass. You could start watching right now if you want. I explain the soulmate myth. It's the number one mistake everybody makes on the twin flame journey, you guys. If you're watching this video you're watching right now, look in the description of this video and there's a link to go watch my masterclass. It's free. It's just under an hour. It's free. It's free education, guys. Free masterclass. And you'll find it in the video description. It's called The Number One Mistake Everybody Makes on the Twin Flame Journey. Number one twin flame mistake. So free masterclass. Go check it out. There's also more testimonials, by the way. There's John. That's him and his twin flame. They are married. They are married. Tanaya, same thing. She's married to her twin flame. And notice, I am so flattered, you guys, by what they're saying here. It will change your life. Kurt has forever changed my life. I'm very flattered, but I just want to point out, you guys, that what they're talking about is getting your twin flame is just the cherry on top. The best part is what you become, you guys. That's what this journey is all about. You focus on that. And I'm not talking about living your best life. I'm not talking about having a midlife crisis. Living your best life is the result of the spiritual things that you're doing. And it's not healing. Again, we already talked about that. It's not psychological. You're going beyond the mind. The mind, you can do that. I've done that. I've worked with a psychologist in the past, but I was working out family of origin issues, guys, like with my parents. My twin flame and I were already good. I didn't do any healing to get her to come back. You don't need to do that. You can do healing. It just doesn't help you with your twin flame, guys. It'll help you with a soulmate. But you don't need to do anything with your mind to get your twin flame to come back. Your twin flame is your soul, guys. The mind is separation. If you approach this through the mind, you're going to get separation with your twin flame. If you approach this through the soul, you're going to get union, because that's what those words really are. The soul is union, guys. It's not a relationship status. So why would your life change forever and be awesome? Because you're leaving behind identification with the mind, increasing your consciousness, experiencing yourself as something much greater beyond mind. And then the whole world around you shifts and changes, and everything is amazing. And then one day your twin flame shows up too. How about that shit? There's more testimonials on here. There's a bunch. Maya, this person, there's Jamel. I got so many of them, you guys. Nola, she's with her twin flame. This person, they're living together. Becky, they're living together. Amber, they're married to their twin flame. I don't even know who that is. I've coached so many people, guys. These are comments from my YouTube channel, right? Some of them are from Facebook. This person, she's with her twin. This person here, she's actually a moderator in my free Facebook group, this High Priestess Zen dancer. She's with her twin flame. She's one of the moderators in my New World All-Star Facebook group. She's with her twin flame, guys. Janet, she's with her twin flame. Lynn, she's with her twin. All these people are with their twin flame, guys. All of them. And there's more. There's even more. I got more on my website. Watch this right here. There's Hannah. She's with her twin flame. SJ, you already saw her on the YouTube channel. Claire, she's with her twin flame. Tanja, she's with her twin flame. Jessica, she's with her twin flame. Leo, Joy, Nancy, Vanessa, Jennifer, Samira, Natalia. They're all with their twin flames, guys. Nobody's helped this many people to be with their twin. In fact, nobody's helped anybody to be with their twin flame. I don't get it. I don't get it, guys. Why am I the only one? I mean, I guess that's fine. Leaves all the customers for me, but I explained the logic of this to you already, and I did nothing more than use logic. Your twin flame is your soul. You got to do soul stuff, not mind stuff, which means genuine spiritualism. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do, guys. And I got more. Look at this. You click that button, and here's people who they were not comfortable leaving a picture. Totally fine. People like their privacy. right? So I just use kind of this generic icon. Here's Krista. She said, "Thanks to New World All Star, I am in a solid relationship with my twin flame." And it started, I mean, she's talking about the obsessive thinking, the triggers, all of it, guys. She went through the whole shit. I went through the whole shit, guys. There's Claire again. Here's Carissa. It's been 5 months. I feel great. And my twin flame has unblocked me and wants to talk. Think about this. Your twin flame is blocked. You can't even talk to them to have a conversation with them. Remember, I said earlier, you don't even need to have a conversation with your twin flame. It's all in here. You don't need to talk it out with them. No conceptual stuff, understanding, thinking, talking, not needed, not necessary, right? And if your twin flame has you blocked, you definitely can't talk to them. You don't need to. You transcend the mind. Notice I'm not calling it do the work. It's not doing. There's no do the work, guys. Do the work is psychology, which is awesome. I'm all for it for everything else in life. But the one thing in the whole universe, which is not everything else, is your twin flame. Your twin flame is the only thing in the whole universe which is also you. You don't you don't need to do anything about them. They just already are you. Everything else you could do psychology for. And I mean everything else in the whole universe. Psychology might work, but with your twin flame, it's a being, guys, not a doing. And if that's what you're up to, guess who's going to unblock you? I'm telling you, you have a magic wand. You are the magic wand. You want to get your twin flame back? Here's Vina. It's been 6 months and my twin flame came back and everything's different. I've had big breakthroughs with increasing peace inside, right? Just on and on. Abby, I'm not going to do all these, but guys, there's so many of them. It's insane. Now, before I let you go, let's talk about, is this going to, there we go. Let's talk about the paid coaching. I don't want to forget to mention that, of course. The paid coaching, really good stuff, guys. It's not expensive. Your average twin flame coach is going to charge you anywhere from $1,200 upwards of $4,000. And one of the primary ways that they do that is they may actually charge you less money than I do at the front. But then the way they set their coaching up is you have to keep paying them every month to start getting a result. And then after a year, you've paid them like $1,200. I don't roll that way, guys. Everything you need is in the video coaching. And if you watch the video coaching like a couple of times, you'll start picking up more and more and more stuff. It's over 50 hours long. And I keep changing stuff and updating stuff because I always want it to be the highest quality, you guys. I don't just take your money and disappear. We do have coaching calls, yes. So when you're done watching the videos, you'll have an opportunity to talk directly to myself or my coach who is assisting me. She's very experienced. We've helped a lot of people to be with their twin flame. There's a Facebook community. You can connect with hundreds of people that are on this journey and they are doing it right. But again, the video coaching system itself is designed for you to just be good with that. Like you don't need the calls. The calls are awesome though. I mean, I'll tell you what, the best thing for you to do, you guys, no matter what you do, is get the gold package because you get 2 months of the group coaching included with your original purchase, but you're still only going to pay $449 one time. Now, if you do the payment plan, it's $499. I break up the payments over a 6-month time period. So you get $50 off if you pay in full. And if there's ever a discount running, you get 25% in addition to that, 25% off. But some people, they just can't do it. They could afford $80, so here's the payment plan if you need to do that. And you get access to the videos with your first payment. And everything is in there, guys. You're going to, and here's the thing. Here's why I tell people, watch the videos a couple of times because the more times you watch the video program, you're going to pick new stuff up. And this coaching system that I've designed, this is a one and done thing. This is the last time you're going to spend a fucking dime on some twin flame coaching, guys. Everything is in there. Everything is in the video program. You get, I think it's 40 something hours approximately up front. So when you sign up, and then 6 months later, you get an additional, it's like 10 hours of videos. And you don't pay more money for them. You just got to wait 6 months. Because what I want you to do is watch the first core set of videos and get some experience. And then 6 months later, you're ready for the advanced teachings. So this is really, really comprehensive, really good. It's designed to work intentionally. I did it that way intentionally. So that's my coaching system. All right, guys, great video today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.